Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.
All right, let's now have the application of slope. So the application of slope is rate of change. If we find the slope, we can find the rate of change over a given period of time. So what is a rate of change? A rate of change is a rate that describes how one quantity changes in relation to another quantity. Okay, so here is our first example. We would like to find the yearly rate of change of the price of a 32-inch TV from 2005 to 2006. So we are trying to describe how the price changes over the period of 2005 to 2006. Now, one thing that we have to remember here is that when we solve for slopes, because basically rate of change is just solving for the slope, your x should always represent time like year, hours, minutes, weeks, or days. So let's look at our data right now. For 2005, the price is 1,566. Year 2006, the price went down to 873. So let's find the rate of change. So first, for the year 2005, the price of the television is 1,566. Year 2006, the price is 873. If I'm going to represent this as my first point, so this is my x1, y1, and this will be my second point, x2, y2, and then use our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We will be able to find the rate of change. It is the change in the price over the change in the year, or change over time. So plugging in, my y2 is 873, my y1 is 1566, x2 2006, let me change that, 2006, and then my x1 is 2005. So when you subtract 1566 from 873, you will be able to get 600 negative 693 divided by 2006 minus 2005, that's just equal to 1. So the change in the price is negative 693 over a period of 1 year. So what's the meaning of negative $693 per year? It means that the price of the television decreased by $693 per year. And as you can tell from the trend of this data, the price is decreasing over a given period of time. So what's the average rate of change? It is negative $693 per year. And the meaning of this is that the price decreased by $693 per year. All right, second example. So you ran 7 miles in 1 hour period and then 14 miles in 2 hours. So in this problem, for 1 hour you ran 7 miles. For 2 hours you ran 14 miles. So if this will be my first point, and this is my second point, I can represent this as my x1, y1, and this is my x2 and then y2. Now note that my time is, in this case hours, is under our x values. Alright, using our formula for the slope, we have m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 14 miles minus x1, y1 is 7 miles over x2, 2 hours, minus x1, 1 hour. So 14 minus 7 is just 7 miles over 2 hours minus 1 hour is 1 hour. So the rate of change is 7 miles per hour. It means that my slope is positive. It means that the number of miles that the runner is traveling is increasing over a given period of time. So what's our answer? It should be 7 miles per hour. Next question. So we are trying to find here the average rate of change in the price of a television over the time period 2000 to 2005. It says here that year 2000, the price is $2,000. Year 2005, the price is 1,400. If I will represent this as my first point, this will now become my x1, y1. And if this is my second point, I will have my x2 and y2. Now, it's very important that your x values represents your time. In this case, our time is in the form of a year. So 2000 and 2005. Alright, finding the rate of change is just solving for the slope. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, 1400s minus 2000, that's just equal to negative 600 over 2005 minus 2000, that's 5. Okay, so when you simplify negative 600 over 5, you will get negative 120 over 1. In terms of the context of the problem, this means negative $120 per year. So what's the meaning of the negative value? It means that the cost should be decreasing. So, okay, we can't choose A, we can't choose B. So it's either C or D. Now, if the slope is negative 120, it means that the cost should be decreasing, but says here increasing, so we can cross out C now. The slope is negative 120, so the slope means the cost of the TV is decreasing at a rate of 120 per year. So in this case, D will be our correct answer. Next question. Okay, let's find the rate of change of this graph. And what is the meaning of the rate of change? Now in this case, since we have a graph, we can just choose 2 points. But when we choose our points, make sure that we choose a point that is on the intersection of the grid. So I can choose this point. On this point, we have the x value is equal to 0, the y value is 400. So that's 400. We can use this point, this point, this point, or this point. I would just use, you know what, just use this point over here. So that's my x is 9, and then my y is 100. So using our slope formula, if this is my point 1, x1, y1, then point 2, this will be my x2, y2. So using the slope formula, we will have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 100 minus 400 is equal to negative 300. Now remember that our numerator represents the amount of dollars and our x value is the years. So over 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. Now if we are going to simplify negative 300 over 9, we will come up with negative 100 over 3. So what's the meaning of this? It's negative $100 per 3 years. Okay, so the slope should be, okay, this is the only option that is equivalent to our solution. What's the meaning of this? The value drops $100 every 3 years. So this is now the correct answer. All right, there we go. This is how we use slope to find the rate of change.
Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.